Welcome to Franchise Empires.
Can you maybe expand on this restaurant management team component that you mentioned you built with Hat Creek? Because I've heard of this, it's not the first time we've heard of this on the podcast. I know brands, for instance, like Teriyaki Madness, I think actually have a model where they say, hey, like you just put up the capital, we're going to put in our restaurant management team to run your location. But yeah, can you talk about like, is it effectively just an ops team where if you build a restaurant, you have the guys and the people in place who can handle everything from, the purchase orders for the food, hiring, firing, customer service and all that, or is there something more to it?
Yeah, no, it's basically, if you think of all the functions to run a medium-sized organization, it's the finance, the accounting, the HR, the operations, the marketing. And so as you try to bring in higher level leaders and invest in talent, a small burger chain can't afford to bring in, let's say if the first person you want to hire is a great operator, a chief operating officer. Hat Creek on its own volition, let's just say, couldn't afford that. But now that we've got scale and more restaurants, more units under management, now we can. And so we could bring in a stud ops person. And if you extrapolate that out into all the disciplines of an organization, ultimately you're able to sort of scale and expand based on, restaurants under management. And for us, it wouldn't be like going from Hat Creek to fine dining necessarily, but Zaxby's had enough similarities without competing that over time, we're still doing this, but over time, it's allowed us to invest in, our accounting function, invest in our finance, marketing, on and on and on, and for those people to build out their teams. And so if you go back all the way to the trailer where I was kind of the one-man paper hanger, then you sort of begin to add people to the, the first guy I hired was the guy that's been here for 15 years, just so I had someone to help me carry the grills to the catering events. And if you sort of push that out over time, you're able to kind of invest in the team and begin to bring in guys that actually know what they're doing.
I hear you. So yeah, it sounds like you needed a vehicle to.
That's bingo. That's exactly right. Right.
Yeah. To kind of be able to scale the organization. And so obviously December 2016, then you acquire your first 13 Zaxby's in one shot. So that's no small deal. Was it just a rinse and repeat process of reaching out to maybe retiring owners and saying, hey, if you want to sell, I'm your guy?
Yeah. And we've always tried to do right by these sellers, take care of their people, do our best to make the negotiation process smooth. And once we land on sort of mechanics around the deal, that we perform on that. We don't, reinvent the deal as we move, down the path. Yeah, so just trying to do as good a job. And sometimes things are out of our control and things happen for sure. But yeah, so that, and, word traveled and, we're thought of amongst others of people that can buy Zaxby's and are interested in buying Zaxby's. And that's been kind of our niche.